Now's a chance to vote for your November Ride of the Month in association with Coral. Vote A for Kieran Fallon's perfectly timed ride on Queen Aminatu at Lingfield. Drawn wide in stall 11, Fallon was forced to settle his mount towards the rear of the field.
The market leader, last year's winner, is one from last, Queen Aminatu, the black and white halves with the red cap held up by Kieran Fallon.
Turning into the straight in an unfavourable position, Fallon galvanised his filly and she powered home between horses to record back-to-back victories.
As they head down the straight, Alligator is just cantering for James Doyle. Here she comes now to come and tackle the early leader Potapova. Queen Aminatu's running on two from the back. It's still Potapova in front, Alligator and Queen Aminatu thrusting home down the outside. Going to get close, Queen Aminatu.
Vote B for Gavin Sheehan's power-packed ride on Heros de Rome at Chepstow. Always travelling close to the speed, Heros de Rome made a few novice errors over his hurdles.
It's Heros de Rome with Living on Luco, the challenger now. These two land together. A better jump from Living on Luco, an awkward landing from Heros de Rome, quite ungainly at the flight.
Sheehan never panicked and, despite his mount hanging left, showed all his strength in the saddle to narrowly prevail in a rousing finish.
Only a furlong to go. Here's the final flight. Living on Luco and Heros de Rome. They land together. Manila Blueway in third. Half a furlong to go. Gavin Sheehan and Heros de Rome. Living on Luco and Micheal Nolan. Not a lot in this. Heros de Rome just a Living on Luco as they race towards the line. Heros de Rome.
Vote C for Sean Quinnan's fantastic ride on One Step at a Time at Sedgefield. Early on, his rider saved ground throughout.
Fourth place up the rail is One Step at a Time.
Having lost momentum at the second last, Quinlan switched his horse off the inside and began to motor home, before producing him perfectly at the last to seal an unlikely victory.
Big lead by One Step at a Time, slightly left-handed in behind. Motion in Liberty's all out. One Step at a Time is coming. Motion in Liberty trying to cling on. One Step at a Time, he's got there.
Vote D for Billy Lochnane's remarkable ride on Spangled Mac at Newcastle. Slowly away, Spangled Mac quickly looked beaten and became detached from the main field.
At the back of the field, Spangled Mac is completely taken off his feet.
Entering the final furlong, Lochnane gently cajoled his mount into contention before finishing with an astonishing late run to get up in the shadows of the post.
Spangled Mac has never got involved. Here comes the final furlong. Bergerac, Bedford Flyer. Still right there is Alligator Alley. Exalted Angel travelled well. Didn't find a gap. Spangled Mac is flying home near side. Spangled Mac trying to get to Bergerac. Spangled Mac, that's remarkable.
Vote E for Tom Buckley's well-judged ride on the Imposter at Uttoxeter. In the early stages, the Imposter proved difficult to restrain, with Bushy Park taking him on for the lead.
Well, can they keep this up? It is Bushy Park and the Imposter. The Imposter has been on such a roll, looking for a 5th win on the spin and a 8th win from his last 9 starts. It's been quite remarkable.
Given a breather by his rider, Buckley just kept enough in reserve and, despite a mistake at the final flight, stayed on strongly to record another success.
The Imposter is all out in front of Brinkley. To the line they go. The Imposter's done it. Quite remarkable.
Simply visit attheraces.com/ride or scan the QR code to cast your vote and be in with a chance of winning a £100 or euro funded betting account courtesy of Coral.